We are always trying to find you guys the nicest motor coaches in the world. And if I didn't know any better, I would think this Liberty coach is a 2025, but I heard that this is a 2017?
Yes, it is. You know, there's a lot of times we go to shows and we'll have a used coach there and people are shocked that it's a used coach and not a new coach. That's why we try and get people here to the dealership to actually look over the coaches, because they do hold their value well. They do hold their look really well also. So, you know, it's nice to see the used coaches that we do have here, because there's a reason why we have the used coaches that we have, and the way that they present themselves is really awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. We just saw your latest and greatest 25, and it's always an honor to be hanging out here with Frank Koenigsetter, VP of Liberty Coach. But what is the story of this 17 Liberty?
This is a coach that we got in on trade. So this is a coach that we own. It's got 66,000 miles on it. It's a 2017 double slide. It's not a bath and a half unit. It has the rear vanity and shower arrangement with the mid toilet room area. Double slide, meaning it has over-the-road bus air. So the coach is very desirable in those aspects. You know, we build double slide coaches today as well with over-the-road bus air. And for those that don't know, over-the-road bus air is a air conditioning compressor that's run off the main engine. On the passenger side and driver's side is taken up by the condenser and the evaporator fan, and you have like 10 ton of air conditioning inside the coach while you're going down the road, so there's no need to run the generator. You're not relying on air conditioning, on inverter power, generator power. It's all running off the main engine. And you have heat with that as well going down the road, so there's some nice desirable aspects about that.
And I know that's a very expensive option, and a lot of folks out there prefer a double slide just so they can have that bus air option. I know it's a very expensive option, but if you're going through, you know, the middle of Arizona or Florida in the middle of the desert, you're all good with bus air.
Without a doubt.
Yes, sir. Now, I know your time is very limited today, so we're going to try to go through this coach quickly, but what is some of the reasons that someone would purchase a pre-owned Liberty coach here at Liberty Coach?
Well, because of how we go through the coach. We have a very in-depth PDI system that we do, so the coach has gone through that, and then any of the items that are found to be defective or not working or need attention, all of that is done. So, you know, the PDI process could take, 2 to 3 weeks to run through the shop. But when it's all done, the coach is going to be in great working order and ready for somebody to take the big travels in.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Now, can we take a closer look at the bays before we go inside?
For sure. First bay is very similar to even on the new coaches today. We've got 2 pass-through bays here. This coach does have the Volta 58-volt system on it as well. We have the TV arrangement, big 65-inch unit here. The sound bar below has the rollout trays in the first and the second bay also. Third bay, you have the entertainment center with the storage drawers. You have the grill unit in here as well. Storage here, the refrigerator already set.
Yes, sir. Water ready to go. Yes, sir. Yeah, and they've even got stainless. Now, does that done at Liberty Coach?
Yes, it is.
The stainless fins. Yes. I don't think that comes from Prevost.
No, that isn't. We do that. Water compartment. Stainless steel fresh water tank, aluminum holding tank like we do today, 40-gallon water heater, the water filtration system, the reverse osmosis, same as we do on new coaches today. So, you know, the used coaches that we have out there, we've been doing a lot of the equipment, the features. Some of them have transitioned because of technology changes, but a lot of the platform has remained the same. So when you get into a used Liberty coach, you've got a lot of the features that you have on a new one as well.
Your family's been building coaches for over 50 years now, so it's not your first rodeo.
Nope, not at all. Inside engine compartment, we've got stainless steel storage compartment here as well. We've got the Volvo D13 with the 500 horsepower, 1,850 foot-pounds of torque. Same situation that you have in the new coaches today as well.
Such a great looking rear end. Anytime I'm pulling up behind a Liberty coach on the road from like 100 yards away, I actually called Dean the other day. I was about a mile behind this coach, and I'm like, that's a Liberty coach. Sure enough, there's just such an identifiable design on the rear end there. Now, this slide room isn't quite as tall as the slide on the 9660. I could stand all the way up. Is this a little bit lower?
No, the suspension's down on this coach.
Okay,
because
yes, sir.
We've got it sitting here on show display, so we've got it lowered down.
Yes, sir. That makes sense.
Water compartment, very similar to what we've seen in the past in the new coaches as well. Stainless steel fresh water tank, the air dump valves, gray water bypass, electric hose reel setup as well.
Timeless design. And when you go through the PDI process, everything's going to be working?
Checked.
Yes, sir.
Everything's checked and working. Again, we have the fuel is still on both sides of the coach. So you got fuel fill here and def. And then on the other side, you have fuel fill also. So all that remains the same. This is the over-the-road air system. So this is where the evaporator side is. So the fans here are it's what blows the air up into the coach. Some people ask, why on a double slide, not on triples or not on quads? Because on a double slide coach, you have the ability to be able to duct the air conditioning. All the air conditioning, for the most part, a lot of it, I should say, is ducted up on the passenger side of the coach through the walls up to the window sill area. And then on the driver's side, it goes up into the ceiling and is ducted up there. While on the triples and the quads, there's not enough supply room or supply area to be able to get that air up there. Plus, this adds weight to the coach. So by the time you get done with it, the weight of the coach is not where it needs to be as far as specification, because you start adding all the slides to it, that adds weight. This adds a significant amount of weight too. So it's about a trade-off from the bus air to an additional slide.
Yes, sir. And I've heard people talk about before that there's a lot of thought that goes into the balance and the weight of the coach when you're building these, to build it at this level where there's no squeaks and rattles to the original owner of the coach. I'm sure there's a lot of thought that goes into all of the weights in this
no
coach.
Question. Right, so we have to balance front and rear, taking in mind as far as the bus air. That's why they put it in the position that they do. So in the middle of this then is the fuel tank of the coach, and also the def is in there too on either side. Generator setup, same we've got here.
Looks like brand new, like the one we saw in the 2025.
Exactly.
With a little giant ladder that comes with the coach.
Yeah. Second bay here, similar architecture as we've had in the new coaches today. So you've got the transfer box that we transfer our power from shore, generator inverter, the distribution panel for the DC side, buddy plug, generator starting battery, awning chairs on the back of the compartment doors, and first bay driver's side here as well. So we don't have the split slides on the double slide coach because of where the gusset arrangement is done on the double slides comparatively. So we have a 3/4 length slide out on the passenger side of the first bay, and this bay here is wide open.
It's right, and I always like to point out the way you got that chrome or stainless on the slide room gussets, the same way you finished out those radiator fins for the bus air. Just all those little touches take liberty over the top. But as beautiful as this coach is, I don't know if we mentioned the Dean Laux paint job. This was only a few years into your relationship with Dean Laux.
We were 5 years in, yep.
His designs were timeless at the time, and it's been incredible to see what he's done over the last 12 years partnering with Liberty Coach. Now, as impressive as the exterior and the bays are of this coach, I think the folks are gonna like the interior. Can we take a look inside?
Absolutely.
Immediately into the entryway here, just so refined from the entry door into the stairwell. What is it about Liberty Coach that just takes this part of the coach over the top?
Well, this is 2017, so 2016 was the first generation of this new dash cockpit arrangement that Kurt did on that year model coach. So then we are here at 2017, so everything from the driver's side over here to the passenger side with the entry door is all completely built by Liberty Coach. So all the detail work that you see in here is all done in-house. The hinge cover for the door, all the other little intricate pieces that you see, the stitching, the covers, everything is done by us.
Is this like a stingray material?
Yeah.
Or even the little details like the grab handle as we walk into the coach is finished out in that stingray material that matches the dash here. Just over the top with the luxury. This coach has a timeless design like every Liberty coach I've been in. But what's the story with this interior?
Well, this interior was done at the time. We had built this as a spec unit. And so we had taken it to a couple of different shows. It sold at the first show it was at. And then the people had traded it up to a new coach. And then, it's had, I think, two or three owners, if I'm not mistaken. So, the coach was done specifically, to our specs as far as interior-wise, pick out, the outside paint scheme. That was collaboration between us and Dean at the time. So, that's how this interior came together.
Yeah, and a real classic Liberty Coach floor plan with the two recliners up front here. Does this turn into sleeping?
It does. Jackknife couch comes down electrically. Nice ceiling system similar to what you see in a new coach on the 2025 that we had just done as well.
Huge galley with a double slide.
Double slide, when you don't have the bath and a half, you end up with a larger galley. So we have a large galley here. We got the Wolf inductive cooktop here. We have the Mealy microwave oven. It's also a convection oven. coffee maker with the Keurig. Nice drawer storage in here as well. Upper cabinet storage, all lighted, all finished.
And very well lit. You know, this coach is a 2017, but just still shows like brand new. The light bulbs are still bright. You know,
Right.
there's so much lighting in this coach. And
Paper towel holder here.
Yeah, that's something I always like showing. We all need paper towel, and you've got this nice compartment to keep it out of the way. And when we went to the galley, before you lifted up this countertop cover, when I was standing back in the coach, I thought it was just a huge countertop. It's so flush that I couldn't even see that gap, but that just shows the refinement of Liberty Coach. All those little tiny details really add up.
Right, we've been building coaches this way for many, many years. So, you know, the machinery that we have, the technology we have, my brother Kurt, who, you know, does the manufacturing, runs the manufacturing facility, designs the floor plan layouts, these types of things as well. You know, that shows in all the coaches that we build. This has the dinette booth arrangement with the bar stools, the TV, as you know, has been pretty timeless on a lot of the coaches that we build. And again, as I had said before, we build new coaches with L's or with opposed booths or with the bar top arrangement as well.
Yeah, this is very popular. We saw a similar arrangement in the new 2025 quad slide Coach 920, and I like to point out more of those subtle details that your sister-in-law Kim does with the design. If you notice this accent wall with the square pattern on the mirrors, and then that kind of mimics the ceiling treatment, just a real subtle, you know, design touch that really gives a lot of flow to the coach.
Sure does. Nice pantry arrangement here, lots of storage in here.
And very bright inside of that cabinet.
Bright. Exactly. This coach, as far as air conditioning, has 14,000 BTU roof air units that are reverse cycle. This also has the heated floors to it as well. It's got the S-Bar hot water heating system to it also. So, you know, equipment-wise with it, it's very similar to what you'd find in new coaches also.
Yes, sir, and it really feels like a new coach. You know, you just mentioned the floor, and I'm looking at the floor. I'm not seeing, you know, cracks in the floors. When you start looking at 2017 coaches and you start looking at seams, you know, I came from the detailing business, so I'm looking at all of the really, you know, the stuff that a lot of people don't see, but it's tight like new.
Yes, absolutely. And I've driven this coach. I mean, I've had this coach out on the road. It drives great, feels great, except for the mileage. You wouldn't even know that it's not new. I mean, this coach has got 66,000 miles on it. I mean, it's great. Not even broke in yet.
For the Prevost shell Liberty Coach build, this still has a lot of life left in it.
Come in here, we've got the bathroom, Jack and Jill doors. Nice finish to the bathroom area, nice tile on the wall as well.
If you can get a close-up of this face here, you know, that's like that stingray skin. Yeah, with the nail heads there. And then some nice, real light-colored tile backsplash. Just incredible, the craftsmanship that goes into the tile work in these coaches. But the nice lighter design really gives it a nice look too. And then again, that inlay on this door, and Frank, your time's valuable, but I get so excited just showing off these Liberty coaches. I mean, when you open and close that, just nothing like it in the motor coach industry.
And washer dryer is located here on the driver's side, Bosch unit. Closets through the hallway through here. Nice closet arrangement here and on this one as well. And then we've got drawer storage below. Pocket door to close off this, the bedroom suite area. Another closet back here and drawers, as well as a hamper arrangement here. Exactly.
And then again, an inlay on the closet door with that studded upholstery, just incredible.
King size bed, we get back here in the bedroom. King size bed like we do today. Nice TV arrangement. This whole radius area here mimics the bottom here as well. You've got storage down along here also. Again, this is a double slide coach. What's nice about this, when this bed is in, you can actually scoot around here to get to the back if you wanted to. So you don't have to put both slides out. Rear vanity area, you've got a lot of room in here, plus a lot of storage, both above and below. And then you have a nice closet arrangement back here also. So you got more closet back here. So the coach has a lot of storage to it all the way around.
And a lot of countertop space in the rear bathroom. What really impresses me with this coach, you mentioned it, but you've got this countertop that has a slight curve that's going to match these cabinet doors. So you've got cabinet doors opening in different directions, but then when you run that camera along this angle, it's just a slight subtle curve. Just the way it flows gives it such a refined look, and I know that's very difficult to do. So
yeah, it is. You know, there's a lot of work that goes into all that. It's no question. I give my brother big credit on all that, that's for sure. Same thing above. does the same thing above.
Even the TV even mimics. I mean, to have the cabinets line up with the TV and the countertop just over the top.
Yep.
And then a pretty good sized shower back there.
Same size shower that we do in the new coaches as well. Again, same stainless steel pan that's there, rock wall, all done the same as the new coaches.
Yeah, you could probably comfortably shower 2 people in this coach, you know, depending on how big you are, you know.
Right, exactly.
Easily. Yeah, very impressive build. Well, Frank, I appreciate you showing us around this pre-owned unit that shows like new. Now, is this the newest pre-owned coach you have in inventory, or what else do you have available right now?
We've got 2020s that we have here. We've got 2022 that I think is sold, and then we have 18 as well and 16s. So yeah, we've got a good variety. And then also at the Motorhome Exchange, we've got coaches that are from '07 on up to 15s as well. So we have a good selection of units for sure.
Yes, sir. And every time we come here, there's a lot of coaches that are coming and going that sometimes don't even make the website.
Right.
So if someone's serious and qualified, I would recommend they reach out to the Liberty Coach sales team, get a relationship going, you know, let you and your team know exactly what they want, and then kind of start from there. Would that be the best way?
That's the way to do it. You know, you can email in coachsales@libertycoach.com, call in 800-554-9877, and then we'll get you the right people, and I think you'll be very impressed.
Yes, sir. Nothing like a Liberty Coach out there, the most refined motor coach in the world. So a great opportunity for someone to buy one of your coaches pre-owned through Liberty Coach and get a pretty substantial discount. I think you're pushing on $3 million new.
It's getting close to that for sure, absolutely. So yes, there's no question. The used coach is, you know, has its value also. Our PDI process that we do, there's an expense that goes with that too, but once you get the coach, I think you're going to be very, very pleased.
Yes, sir. We'll leave your information in the description below. You can always check out libertycoach.com as well. But Frank, greatly appreciate your time, sir, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Yep. Also greatly appreciate all of you out there subscribing. We hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
Thank you.